I'm currently stood on the grounds of Cardiff Castle, a popular place for the people of Wales to access the past. However, while schools focus on the glory days of the Roman and Norman era, they neglect their recent history, covering the unconventional wartime shelters beneath my feet.
During the Second World War, the German army made great and frequent use of air raids as an attempt to scare, control, and destroy the British population. As well as being the capital city of Wales, Cardiff was home to the largest coal ports in the country at the time, and as the government was aware, this made Cardiff a prime target for German bombers. It soon became clear that something needed to be done to protect the people living there.
8 large shelters were constructed, nestled between the castle walls, and they contained everything a person would need to survive for weeks at a time. This included kitchens, canteens, dormitories, bathrooms, even a first aid post. As the castle was above ground, entrances were built into the side of the walls, with 4 large ramps constructed up towards them so that people could quickly enter in case of an emergency.
As it turned out, these shelters quickly became extremely important, as in July 1940, the Cardiff Blitz began.
Roughly a quarter of an hour ago, and the raiders, who were flying very high indeed, I saw the white streaks in the sky as they approached, flew straight away over the city.
Between 1940 and 1944, over 2,100 bombs fell onto the city, and each raid was more intense than the last. However, despite this high number of bombings, including one parachuting right onto castle grounds, not a single person residing in these shelters was injured or killed. The shelters were considered some of the safest in the city and became so popular that local shops would advertise how close by they were in order to attract customers. So we know that the castle wall air raid shelters are an extremely significant part of Cardiff's history, and without them the story of Cardiff's survival may have had a completely different ending. So why are they skipped over when discussing the past? Cardiff Castle, along with many other heritage sites around the country, believe that stories the public are familiar with are more marketable for a wider audience. This leads them to gather these stories are more profitable and should be promoted ahead of those that are lesser known. Even while visiting the castle today, the Roman fort and Norman settlements seem to be put on display and highlighted in the navigation brochure, while the air raid tunnels are seemingly an afterthought, not even having information panels installed.
By the end of 1944, the ramps were destroyed and the shelters were out of service. But even to this day, Cardiff Castle is a true testament that there can always be more than there seems lying behind the walls.